Watching your hyper-targeted advertising audiences shrink by the day while your acquisition costs slowly climb is an incredibly frustrating reality for modern digital brands. For years, the entire advertising industry leaned on third-party cookies as a crutch, using them to passively follow consumers from site to site across the web. But between aggressive browser restrictions from Safari and Firefox and Google's shift toward a permanent user choice model in Chrome, the age of lazy tracking is officially dead. If your marketing strategy relies on chasing anonymous user profiles across the internet, your campaigns are running on borrowed time. Today, we are breaking down the exact architectural playbook to build a high converting first party data engine that unlocks explosive audience growth completely independent of third party cookies. To survive and dominate in this new privacy first landscape, you have to transition away from passive data extraction and move toward an intentional, permission based value exchange. First party data is information that your audience willingly, explicitly shares with your brand because they trust you and want what you are offering. Building a scalable, unblockable audience matrix relies on three critical operational pillars. The first pillar is designing a compelling value exchange at every single digital touchpoint. Consumers are fiercely protective of their personal information. They will no longer hand over an email address or a phone number for a generic newsletter update. To capture durable, authenticated identifiers like emails and user IDs, you must offer immediate, high utility resources. Deploy high converting lead assets on your site, such as interactive calculators, proprietary industry reports, or plug and play workflow templates. When the value you provide upfront is entirely undeniable, trading contact information becomes a frictionless transaction for the user, instantly turning anonymous web traffic into owned data assets. The second pillar is building an authenticated user ecosystem through micro incentives and identity gates. To map out a deep, multidimensional profile of your audience without third-party tracking, you must give users a clear reason to log in or create an account on your platform. Implement loyalty rewards programs, offer personalized account dashboards, or utilize gated content tracks that save a user's progress. Once a visitor is securely logged into your ecosystem, their on-site behavioral signals like product views, content engagement, and purchase history are tied directly to a permanent first-party customer ID. This creates an incredibly rich, robust data layer that no browser update or privacy setting can ever strip away. The final pillar is leveraging your own data for privacy-safe audience activation and predictive modeling. Once you have built a massive repository of consented customer data, you stop relying on ad networks to guess who your buyers are. You securely hash your first party lists and feed them directly into platforms like Google and Meta via Customer Match and Advanced Conversions APIs. By feeding the advertising algorithms your highest value customer profiles, you train their machine learning models to hunt down exact lookalike prospects based on deep behavioral similarities, bypassing third party restrictions entirely and scaling your revenue on pure mathematical precision. At the end of the day, the cookie apocalypse isn't a death sentence for digital marketing. It is a massive filter that will separate the amateurs from the true professionals. When you stop chasing fragile third party tracking crumbs and build a structured, value driven first party data machine, you gain absolute sovereignty over your audience and future proof your brand's growth forever. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We delve deep into digital strategy every week to help you grow your online presence. Drop a comment below letting me know what your primary strategy is for gathering first party data this year. I read every single one. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.